Hi everyone, Don Singletary, and I'm excited today to bring you the details of the setup I use here on the channel using my TastyWorks account to trade the Micro E-minis. I think you'll find that it's an easy setup to do, and I chose it because it's easy to learn, fast to learn, and it's not complicated. You see, fortunately on the channel here, we don't teach people how to trade all kinds of futures in all kinds of situations. We have only one mission here on this channel, and that is to teach home investors how to successfully trade the Micro E-minis. It's not for everyone, but it may be for you, and I hope you enjoy the video today. Now let me show you the configuration I use in all the videos here on the Micro Futures Trading channel. This is the TastyWorks platform. What you're looking at is the entire screen. Now I can get any one of the four from the four Micro E-minis from my watch list here. I've got and watch how easy I go from one to the other. This is the DJIA, the Dow Jones Industrial Average. One click goes from there to the S&P500, then to the NASDAQ100, my favorite, and I'll go back to that in a moment, and then the Russell 2000 index, a much broader index. I don't use it very much. I prefer the NASDAQ100 or the S&P500 indexes. And some of you, because it's only 50 cents a point, might want to practice or try out the DJIA. As you can see, that symbol's NYM on there. But this is the one page, and from here you can access your positions. You can see your trade activity for the day. You can set up live trading reminders over here for price alerts and things, and also the page that, or the part of the screen that we're going to be dealing with here, which is I call the setup, and you're looking at it right now with a white background here. And that's what I'm going to be showing you today, even though all of this is on my screen. Because you can see it better in the video, I'm going to zoom in and just use the white background part, which will be on the NASDAQ 100 futures. So that's just to get you orientated. So you can see here in the setup pane, in the upper half of the page, I have the candlestick 5-minute increment charts, and this is for the NASDAQ 100 Micro E-mini. In the bottom half of the page, or sometimes called the bottom pane, I have the signal indicator, which we're using. The standard setup for me is the MACD with the standard defaults. And you can see a red line and a green line, and then you see the vertical lighter green lines, and we're going to be teaching you how to read these to get your trading signals for both buying and selling. Many people ask me how they can get their screens to look exactly like mine. It's very easy. Anytime you have a setup in TastyWorks you want to save, you just click up here like this, and it'll save it to a subdirectory on your computer. Now, I've already saved the file. You can download the file I use at Micro Setup, a link in the text below, Micro Setup. And then once you do that, all you have to do is go to the subdirectory where you saved the file, then load the file like this, and it automatically changes your screen to look just like the one I use. That's it. Easy. Here on the Day Trading Micro Futures channel, we have one goal: to teach the home investor to have a good chance how to trade simply and try to make some extra income trading these Micro E-mini futures. The configurations you see on your screen now, or might be what it takes to trade for a period of years and to trade many different markets and many different methods. But here, this channel is unique because the goal of this channel is only one thing: to teach home investors to have a good chance trading the Micro E-minis to make some extra income. And for that, I only use one simple screen that I'm featuring today in this video. Out of all the technical indicators out there, and there are probably a couple of hundred, they all really use the same 8 pieces of information. So it's just, there's 150 different ways to display the same information. What I've chosen is one of the most popular, if not the most popular, and it's called the MACD. Now, for you technical people out there, MACD is Moving Average Convergence Divergence Indicator. It takes two time frames of information, one short, one long, and it compares them to each other, and the result is you get a mathematical visual display, a representation of momentum in the market and whether it's on the increase or the decrease and the amplitude of that momentum. This is one of those things that may be nice to know, but it's certainly not a must to know, kind of like you don't have to be able to build a car to be able to drive one. When people see all the numbers and charts and technical indicators and considering the state of modern technology, they said, oh boy, some genius has figured this out. All I have to do is find out how to plug it in and voila, I get rich. Sorry, but it doesn't work that way. Most of the trading happens between your ears and has to do with your risk tolerance, your account size, and your experience in being able to try to do this thing we call day trading the Micro E-minis. I often bring this up in my videos, but it's worth saying again at this moment. If somebody wants you to send them a check or something between $2,000 and $20,000 so they can make you a full trading genius, what you do is saddle up your horse, put your hand over your wallet or your purse over your shoulder, and you run the other way because they may be pissing on your boots and telling you it's raining. I'd like to say thanks to my friends in Texas for that one. Now back to business. The MACD indicator is going to tell us by the distance between the red and green lines and the direction that it's traveling. It's going to give us buy and sell signals, and it's also going to help us, more importantly, during the trade to know maybe when to get out early or when to take profits, because you can see a loss in momentum by using this indicator many times. It isn't fail-proof. There's no perfect system, but you do the best you can and you get as much experience as you can. In a moment, I'm going to tell you about two very important types of orders in trading that you can use on your TastyWorks platform. They're on other platforms too. It's the stop market and the stop loss, or the stop limit order, it's more commonly called. And I'll get into that in a moment. But right now, if you're not sure if this trading Micro E-minis is for you, I want to invite you to look in the text below this video for two playlists that I've designed especially to help you make that decision. And I'm the first to say this type of trading isn't for everyone. It can be risky, and you'll be learning more about that as we go along too. The playlists below are called Beginners, a 4-part video, and the other one, the MACD Winners, a 4-part video on how to use the MACD indicator that we've been talking about. Also below, you'll find a link to my new book called Day Trading the Micro Futures. It's all about the information all in one place that makes it easier to learn. It's organized. It goes into how do you select a broker, what are the types of orders, the psychology of trading, some fundamental information about the MACD and all the definitions you need to be able to trade the Micro E-minis. That's under the link below, just called Book. Placing orders in TastyWorks is pretty intuitive. From any screen, just click the Trade tab and then go down to the Trade box, which is at the bottom right of the screen, and select the type of order you want and just click it. There are several types of orders, but you always get a chance to double check before you send an order. That's to keep you from accidentally clicking once and making a mistake. The simplest type of order is the market order. It simply executes at the next available bid or ask price. Next is the limit order. This limit order does not execute until the specific price you specify is available. The stop market order has a trigger price. After it reaches the trigger price is hit, it becomes a market order, and your order is executed at the next available bid or ask price, depending on if you're buying or selling. The next type of order has a name similar to the last stop market order, but this is called a stop limit order. You put in two prices. One triggers the trade, and then your order becomes a limit order. The two numbers do not have to be the same. I hope you'll remember to look for the 2-4 video playlist below so you can decide if this kind of trading is right for you. They're called Beginners and MACD Winners. Also, when you hit the like button, it's your way of saying to me, yeah, I'd like to see more videos like this one. So click the like button if that happens to be true this time for you. And when you subscribe to the channel, you'll be notified of all the new videos that we put up. I'd appreciate it if you'd take a look at the book and also my affiliate link for TastyWorks. They're also in the text below. I'm Don Singletary. Thank you for being here this time. I hope every day is a payday for you. And thank you.